This Teddygaming Museum, and welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 40th anniversary comic celebration one-shot special. And this issue, just wow. It's so great and amazing to see so many different versions of Turtles all in one place, and just seeing it all here, it was just amazing. And there's some stuff in here which I do feel like is going to be big things to talk about, but at the same time there's a little stuff in here which I feel like is a little bit disappointing, but overall this issue was pretty great. So okay, so let's start with the Mirage section. So the Mirage first story is done by Karen Eastman, and with this one I didn't really think too much of it. It was just like 4 pages of turtles, and they were just there, and there was a poem that went throughout it, and I didn't really think too much of it. It was alright, but there wasn't anything to it. It was just cool to look at the pictures, but other than that, didn't really care about it. The next story, which is called Monsters, and this one was bringing back Jim Lawson and Steve Levine. And this one, I don't know, because, on the one hand, is Rat King, these people working on this version of Turtles again. There was a lot of stuff in here which I wanted to enjoy, but at the same time, I felt like with how they presented Rat King in this issue, with him being a very deranged and insane, crazy person, compared to how it was in the other issues of the Mirage universe, it felt weird and off-putting to see him be here like this. And I say that was the only disappointing part about this one, but other than that, I thought it was okay. Now the next one, called Gang Wars, brought back Tristan Jones, Paul Harron, and I thought for this one it was pointless really, because with this one it was just basically recapping the events of the Gang War storyline in the Tales of Timothy stuff, but never really got a proper conclusion. And I know that with 4 pages you can't really do all too much of a story, which is really understandable, but at the same time what they did in the story, it was basically nothing. He was just go yes, well 20 years ago all this happened, and you never know what might happen next and all that kind of stuff, and it just felt so pointless because there was nothing to the story. The only thing which I did really enjoy though, which was quite surprising at first, was seeing the different versions of the Turtles in the futures, different outcomes. We've got to see Samus Neville was Leo, Last Ronin Mikey, Rise Donnie, the urban legend Raph. There was all stuff like that which I was really surprised at. At first I'm thinking, so is this how it's gonna go? But it wasn't, which it was not a surprise, which yeah, but other than that, it felt pointless really. So then for the next one, which was for the urban legend stuff, which this one felt really pointless, because with this one it was just the turtles walking through the sewers, and Donnie trying to say, oh well, this robot body has so many amazing functions, it can turn into all these amazing weapons, but you know what, I'm not going to use them because I'm a ninja. And at that point, why even have the robot body and all that kind of stuff? And for the most part, it's just them walking through the sewers, and then by the end of it, it's just all them just leave to go do their own thing. This issue felt like it was a very pointless story, and felt like it was just in there because I was asked to do it, and not really because they had anything to really add to their story or anything like that. But it was cool, but very pointless. So yeah, so then for the next one, which is called The Man Behind the Mask, and this one's supposed to be for the Archie Adventure universe, and this one brought back Chris Allen, and with this one, it was cool, I want to say, because it's crazy to think that throughout the whole 72 issue run of the Archie Adventure stuff, they never introduced Casey Jones, and that is really crazy to think because of how popular he is, but they never did. But in this story, they do bring him back, and it's just, I don't know what to really say, because on the one hand it's really cool to see Casey in this universe, but he looks like the 87 one, which I can't really complain, but yeah. But then they don't really do anything with the actual story. It's just oh, Raph feels sad because he lost Ninjara, and then he fights a mugger, but Casey Jones is there, and then they all leave, and nothing really happened, and maybe might hint that Casey and April might get together, ooh, and then also tease that maybe there might be some more adventures in this universe, which would be cool, but I highly doubt it. But this issue was cool because we've got to see Casey, but at the same time, what was the point of this story? So then for the next one, which is for the A7 universe, or as Sam, or also known as Sam Morning Adventure stuff, And this one was called The War About Tomorrow, and this one brought back Eric Burnham, Sarah Meyer, Luis Antonio Delgado. And this one was, I'm not too sure what to really think of it, because this one was just, like, because I thought there was a lot of stuff in this one which I really did enjoy with the designs of characters, and also bringing back characters, and just, oh my god, wow. So that was really cool, but at the same time, there wasn't really too much for the story. It's just more like, we're supposed to defeat all these bad guys, and think about what's going to happen next in the future, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's not really too much to it, because we do get to see Leo think about a future team of the Turtles. The designs look really cool there. Doing things about his future, about him being really smart and all that. And we get to see this version of Future Toy, which is really cool. And also, I think we get to see like either Professor MacGuffin or Professor Perry. I'm not too sure which one it is. It most likely is Professor MacGuffin. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, other than that, this story was just okay and it's just there. So then for the next one, which I'm not too sure how I really feel about it. So for the next one, it is Splinter Forever, and this one is for the 2003 universe, bringing back Lloyd Goldfind, Kelly Randolph, and Emilio Lopez. And with this one, we get to see Shredder and Han have kidnapped Splinter, so the Turtles break in, they fight the Foot and Han, fight Shredder, break Splinter out, they throw Shredder out of a building, somehow he's alive again, and then they just leave. And with this one, I mean, I love it because, you know, it's 2003 Turtles. What more could I want? It's just, oh my god, wow, this is amazing. It's 2003 Turtles. I can't be any more happy about it. But the biggest thing which I really dislike about this story is the fact, like, the canon and like, continuity and all that. Because we got, like, you know, we've got mutated Han with a Season 1 Shredder, with, like, Season 1 looking Foot, but also the Turtles Forever Foot Soldiers as well. I don't know what they're doing for the continuity or anything like that for this one, and I mean, considering the fact that they brought in the people who worked on the show, and none of them thought to think, oh, well, you know, Shrill, he's been defeated and all that kind of stuff. It was just, that's the only annoying part about this stuff. It had it, I don't know, I think that maybe had, like, Han been, like, normal, I think everything would have been fine then, but at the same time, it's just so annoying. But I love it because it's 2003, but at the same time, it breaks continuity. I don't know. So, I'm very conflicted by that. And then for the next one, which is for the 2012 show, which is called Crying Among Us. And with this one, I'm not sure what to really think of it just yet. And the reason for that is just because they do set things up for a potential storyline in the future, but for the most part with this issue, we do get to see the Turtles. They're fighting a new Krang called Krang Prime or something it's called, and apparently he's going to be like the next big threat or something, I don't know, but yeah. And then at the end, at the end we do get to see Leo's like, oh no father, I fear something really bad is going to happen and all that, which, if we do get to see that, then I feel like this is a really great setup, but at the same time, I do feel like if they're not going to be, like, you know, actually holding up to this promise or like potential tease for anything like that, it's going to be one of the weaker stories because they're setting up something that might not actually happen, and if it doesn't happen, then it is very disappointing. So it all depends on what happens next, if they do actually create another story for this universe, which I really hope they do, but at the same time, we'll wait and see about that. So yeah, but overall pretty decent one. For the next one, which is for the Rise of TMNT stuff, and this one was called Farewell, bringing back Andy Shirano. And with this one, I really feel like they're really trying to just tell fans to just, like, you know, like, let it go. You know, it's like, this is definitely the end and all that kind of stuff. And with this one, I don't know, because I like it because it felt like a good send off to Rise for what they're trying to do. But at the same time, it feels weird because in this one, we do get see Splinter, he dies. I was very surprised that they would show something like that in, like, the Rise of TMNT continuity, or even the 40th anniversary. Just, I mean, I don't know what to really say about that. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, really, yeah, it's just weird, but really great. And also reveal that like, the Turtles have a sister and a brother, and, you know, that's kind of cool, but when you get to see his sister, she doesn't talk. It's like, there's a lot of stuff in this one which I like, but at the same time, it just feels like weird that this is more or less like trying to just send this one off into the sunset and be like, yeah, no, we're definitely done with this universe. But I like this one, but at the same time, it feels weird to be the proper ending. I don't know what to really say about it, but yeah. So then for the IW stuff, we got Father's Day, which is done by Tom Waltz and Michael Delinius. And with this one, I think that this one was probably the best story. This one, I don't know how to best describe it. I feel like it's one of those kind of stories for like, you know how you normally get like in the main like series, you only get like, you know, like normal kind of stuff which you get to see the heroes, and then normally you have like a backup story which like shows Toes doing like, you know, just like normal kind of stuff for just downtime, which I think is really cool. And this one, it felt like I don't know, just like I want to say like a nice send off. Like for this universe, where Toes, Jenica, Casey, April, they all give their like final send off to Splinter. I just felt it was like a really nice send off to like I'd say like, not only like Splinter, like this universe and everything like that. It's just like a nice way to end things. I don't know, it's nice. And then for the last one, which is called Teen Spirit. Now this one was written by Ronald Patterson, and also did the colours most likely. And also we've got Pablo Stunky doing artwork. And this one's supposed to be set between issue 131 and 132. And this one was just seeing the turtles just using their new magical powers to destroy the forest. I didn't really think too much of this one. It was kind of cool to see all the turtles doing all this kind of stuff, but at the same time, I do feel like it was just so weird now place to see like doing all this. But it was decent for the most part. And then we did get some pin arts done by Freddie Williams II, Dave Peterson, Ken Mitch Rooney. We've also got Dan Duncan, Ron Patterson, Seth Campbell, Jodie Nishima, Stan Sakai. I thought they were all really great. There's a few ones which like really stood out for what they tried to do. They were really great and amazing. Don't really have anything to really say about them. They were just cool. So yeah, overall this issue, it was a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, there's a lot of stuff which I like and love about this issue. A lot of really great stories in this one. I do feel like for the most part, I do feel like maybe most of it was either very unnecessary in terms of like some of the stories, or was just not long enough. And I feel like you can definitely see this like I want to say like Mirage, also like the Archie 87 stuff, where I feel like had they had like a full like 20-page issue and all that kind of stuff, I feel like this whole like book would have been like really perfect to do like more or less like send off to like these universes and stuff like that. But I don't know what to really say, because it was only supposed to be like 4 pages and all that, but at the same time, what can you do in 4 pages? So it was, you know, like what can you really do? But I feel like for the most part, most of them did the best of what they could do. Some of the teasers which they were setting up for potential stuff in the future with the Archie stuff and 2012 stuff, which is great, but I just don't know what to really say of it just yet, because if I don't actually follow up on these teasers, then it's really pointless doing it here. So we'll wait and see about that, but I hope they do set something up. And then 2003, as much as I love it because it's 2003, the continuity, damn it. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? What was your favourite story? And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share. Let's just grind on stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.